My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the darkest Rhapsody estate here in the darkest dungeon. Alright, so we don't really have that much money, so we're probably not going to be doing blacksmith or guild before we go out on these missions, if we can avoid it at all. Val is the only one who could use the blacksmith. Let's actually have a look at how much money it would cost us. I've already set up my party for this. So we've got Gordon, who is the Hellion that we previously removed the fear of beasts from and locked in quick reflexes on. It's just really nice to have a Hellion, especially in the front line, because the Hellion has Iron Swan, which goes from front line to their back line, which is a rare ability to do. It will allow me to control especially the more, frankly, annoying eldritch creatures in this area. Then we've got Dudley, our abomination, who is an on-guard abomination. In particular, that's going to be really important with manacles. I'll also make sure that you get your stun skill chance increased there, just quickly, so that your manacles are actually a 110% base chance for a stun. And then you've also got Beast Bile, which is 120% chance, and it blights the mid two-liners as well. It's real interesting. Obviously, we'll dive a little more in depth in Dudley's skills as we use them in battle. We've got Vow. Now, usually you wouldn't take a Houndmaster into the Cove. However, because the Houndmaster has bleed as a little bit of a component of their damage, and obviously we're not really going to be able to bleed anyone here. But Vow has a really good thing that they get to do here with Cry Havoc in order to reduce stress across the party, which is pretty necessary to have, and is also a Cove Explorer, so plus 10% scouting chance in this area, as well as an Eldritch Hater, so he'll be dealing extra damage and taking less stress. Pretty good. And then we've got Melville, who's just a really low level Vestal that we just need to take out pretty much just to level them up. If we had an Occultist instead, I'd be using that, but we don't have one, so I won't. Vavasaur definitely needs to pick up 3 skills here, which is actually going to be quite expensive, in fact. Let's have a look at the guild. I definitely can't training regimen. Okay, so... Oh, those are kind of non-negotiables, unfortunately. Dudley already has their unlocked by base. And Gordon. Gordon, you need to unlock Barbaric Yorb. It is so damn important. The rest of those you're probably fine on. I'll drop Breakthrough. There's not that many things that shuffle in this area, so we should be fine with this. 2.7. Oh boy, I might have to sell another trinket that I don't particularly want to sell. Okay, let's just quickly... Focus Ring should probably go on you, Gordon. Increase your crit chance. Camouflage Cloak. I mean, stuns are typically not targeted at the backline in this area. Is that specifically true? I mean, stuns aren't even particularly targeted in this area. So we can probably benefit from the Camouflage Cloak without a negative. Just drop that on you, I guess. And also lower your speed in order to increase your accuracy. I'll do that too. Bleed resist, I mean, not super important. Worry Stone, I actually do want to slow you down. And then I'll just put the Blood Charm there. Cool. Alright, we actually have trinkets we can take out on this mission. Cool. Let's look at the Cove. If I was to purchase everything I wanted for this area, it would be 1 stack of torches. It would be one shovel. Never mind. 1 shovel. It would be 2 medicinal herbs. 1 key, a stack of food. I got 350 left over. So I'd need 625 in order to upgrade someone's equipment. If I cut 2 torches and a bunch of food as well. I'll just do it later, it's fine. We'll go out with this. I could even take a second skeleton key or a second medicinal herbs. Actually, if I drop a torch, I can take a second of each. They're really important because their loot offering is really high. Okay. And I'll take 1 holy water because eldritch areas can appear anywhere. We have exactly 0 money left. So, let me tell you what I think is going to be our loot priority, right? Gonna be money.
These salt-soaked caverns are
Hey,
with pelagic
early scout.
nightmares.
Love
They
it.
must be flushed out.
So this would be interacted with using the anti-venom in order to purify it, and then it would lower your stress a little and heal you a little. Any of our characters that have a glutamania would try and clean themselves off in that. You can get a disease from interacting with it, which is why I'm deciding not to. Oh, more scouting. Oh, baby, that's a full scout. Well, I mean, save for this exact final room. This is really good. Fish carcass is why I brought the medicinal herbs. And yeah, it's usually got a ridiculous loot.
Another mariner,
There's our only shovel.
another misfortune.
Now, shovels can actually be pretty useful in, you know, this whole area for opening clams. But you can also open those clams with dog treats. I definitely need to roll a stun here on one of you. It's probably just the freaking cutthroat, right? Yeah. Good. 10 damage to the back line. Cool, we can probably finish that. A bit frustrating now. Oh, I didn't retag her abilities. That's my bad. I need to do that as soon as we get out of battle. Bleed. Hey, that guy's dead. Rain of whips. Light on both of you.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Ooh. Good. A crit there would have been pretty bad. I'll roll bleed out here. Just try and stack some dots on you. Stress across the party is not nice. And for that reason in particular, we need to start rolling some stress healing. Stun him again. Okay, you're 3 HP from dead, so Hound's Harry would actually probably do it. But we need to take every available opportunity to stress heal here. Monville would probably roll for the kill on the backline there, if I were able to do it. These rains of whips are actually really costly for us right now. Bloodletter is exactly 1 damage from dead, so good. As long as that blights both of you. Yeah, they're both dead. Ouch. So, stress heal. We can just take all of the stress recovery actions. Everyone, I mean, every one of our enemies, at least, is dead. They just don't know yet. Yell at him.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Solution. Some stress heal as well as some lowering there. So this is what I would call the recovery phase of the fight, right?
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
Okay, this is a curio I always forget the interactions for. So I'm going to quickly check this one. I believe this one is the stress heal, not the buff. Ship's figurehead. Okay. It has no item interactions. It has a 66.7% chance for increasing damage by 20% and speed by 4 until the end of the mission or until camp. And a 33.3% chance for reducing stress by 30 points. Okay, so we need someone who could take advantage of either of those. Gordon comes to mind easily. Cool. Loot that on the way back. There's no reason to loot it in either direction, I guess. Because we'll be full light when we go into that battle anyway. You can see why I wanted to bring a lot of medicinal herbs, right? Right? Please tell me you can. Because they're GD insane. Okay. I've only 3 torches left, but that's fine. That madman needs to be our immediate target. Stun him. It's a ridiculous amount of stress that madman would be putting out, so the fact that we went faster than them and stunned them is ridiculous. I'll also open up with a barbaric Yorp here. Stun the front 2-liners. Just lock them down. Spearfishing our backline. He's dodged. I forgot to retag Montville's skills there. This fight's actually going to be pretty bad, so I'm going to use dog treats. Good crit. Good crit.
Broken. Maintain the offensive.
Thankfully, Montville actually has someone to be healing here, so it's not that bad, but it is bad. Stun you. The other ones have greater stun resist on them right now, so I can't really do anything about that. I'll hit one of the characters that has not acted yet this turn, so that if they do get bled, that bleeding effect will actually occur this turn. Also, it's worth noting the other characters were less likely to be stunned. So we've got 110% chance versus 75 resist on each of you, so 25 with 35% chance to stun. That's not that great. Ouch. Damn it.
Unbalanced.
That's really frustrating. The fact that you're guarding someone who's directly next to you and you're both in the midline is actually pretty handy for me.
As the fiend falls,
thankfully that didn't leave a corpse.
Blossoms.
Nice dodge. The reason it's pretty handy is now I can blight both of you. Stress heal, good heal. Octocestus for... I mean, this guy has bleed resist. So the fact that he got bled the first time is frankly astonishing. We're just going to continue stacking this blight. Good dodge. Good dodge, good lord. We'll stun here as well to try and prevent the Octocestus. Okay. Well, at least the... Oh, the dodges! At least the Magic Grouper is now dead. They, again, just don't know it yet. Sing it with me. Sail across the party. I'll start hitting for extraordinarily small points of damage in between stunning every off round. Nice. Dodge. I'm actually going to start rolling Absolution as well. I mean, a lot of stress on you.
Her death by inches.
can definitely stun you this turn. Okay. It's possible I'm about to start testing the limits of this new stalling system. Because it would be extraordinarily fair to call this stalling. In fact, it would be generous to call this stalling at this point. Enemy's not even dead yet. And they don't even have a lethal DOT on them. Do not toy with this one. It may signal for more. Yeah. You're going to use Absolution. That's great. And then I'm going to kill you. This round. I'm hoping the reinforcements don't come in the middle of the round. I guess I'm also really hoping that I hit here. How are you bleeding?
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Your bleed resist is 60%. Alright. Well, I'm going to use a bandage to remove that because that was 4 points of bleed for 3 rounds. That's a lot of bleeding. A fight has spawned in this hallway. It could be a collector. That actually wouldn't be so bad. It's just pelagic rippers. I'll stun the backliner because I'm intending to use the Hellion to stun the front too. If I was going to do it, it'd look a lot like that. So basically, I just... Montville! I'm not a smart man. I never claimed to be, frankly. Alright, that backliner is dead. Ouch.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Nice dodge, though. Since both of them have acted, they're going to lose their stun resist, and now I can yelp at them. Let out a barbaric yelp.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Nice crit. Cool. Everyone except for the frontliner is now dead. Yeah, I'm gonna throw in some extra damage because I am actually a little concerned.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Alright, we're good. We can use everything for a recovery action at this point.
Disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
That 2 food is unnecessary. Got the Houndmaster selected. Good, because they are the person who is going to be disarming. Okay. So in this fight, I really need to prioritize the Drowned Thrall, because the Drowned Thrall has an attack that they are going to do very soon that is very bad. It explodes, dealing a ridiculous amount of stress damage and damage to our whole party. So I'm actually just going to bury every attack. Montville! We've got to change the skills of it. It's a lot of bleed there. Use the bandage to kill that one off.
Continue the onslaught.
The Drowned Thrall. It doesn't leave a corpse either, so that's handy. At the very least, the Montville's got actions that they're doing every single time, despite. I couldn't have told they were going to do that. It was stunning to me, frankly.
Confusion.
What a shocker. I'm the worst, I know. Hey, nice stress heal. Light him. I'm not even transforming into the beast, pretty much. The beast is something you transform into when you need, like, just straight up, like, screw off damage. We don't really need that. The blight is more than effective at the moment.
Precision and power.
When you buff yourself, you get plus 20% damage. That's really good. Like, that's really good. Okay, both of those are dead now. That is to say, the jellyfish. This is actually going to be difficult. This guy has high protection, and I don't have that many blights or bleeds that can target the front line in particular. Actually going to transform. So when you transform, you get a completely different set of abilities and another turn in which to use them. So I am probably going to slam you. She's going to move me forward, you backwards, and it also debuffs that enemy by -2 speed and -10% dodge. And since you don't have stun resist, we just yorp at him. Now, every turn that this abomination is in this form, we'll be taking stress. So it's not great to keep him in this form for that long. Go. And when they transform back, they de-stress everyone else.
Momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Yeah, I didn't need that room scouted. The fact that I ended the mission there tells me that we didn't have a battle in that final room, because my mission was defeat all room battles. Okay, so this is a bas relief. The bas relief, if I recall correctly, which I'm actually checking at the moment, it's chances for random positive quirks, negative quirks, or sickness. Now, it has, it's 2/3 likely to give you a random positive. It's 1/4 likely to give you a random negative, and then the rest is for a sickness. I won't take that. Really, I just won't. The curio at the very end of the hall, though, might be great. And it is, in fact. So here I'm going to be turning out the light,
And
looting
now,
this.
The darkness holds dominion. Black as death.
Throwing away the torches because there's no way I would be using them from here on out. And then I'm going to backtrack and just go for this curio, this trap, and that curio, and then leave. I'm not going to take another fight. There's no reason to. Well, I mean, there is a reason to, right? Get extra loot, but still. Yeah! Excellent. This is another reason that you bring medicinal herbs on this mission. So I've used a total of 4 medicinal herbs here because 2 of the fishes have given me... 2 of the fish have given me medicinal herbs back after using them. Medicinal herbs on an eerie coral will allow me to remove a negative. So soft, I do want to remove. Winded, I don't really care about. Fear of unholy, I care about a lot. Resolution, I don't care about. So 50% of the time here, we get a good hit. And dud, I don't care about. Unquiet mind, I don't care about. All right, I'm going to risk this 50-50 because this is the most important one to remove. Damn it. Resolution got removed. Ah, well. Happens. Okay. And that's another bas relief. Not going to use it. By the way, have a look at the bas relief. Those of you who are veteran Darkest Dungeon players might recognize the thing on that cover and what it represents and how it appears in the exact final cutscene of the game. Isn't that interesting? I think that's neat. I just think they're neat. That's my Marge impression. That is apparently my Marge impression.
For a time.
Ooh, quick draw. +4 speed on the first round is actually really good, considering the fact that a lot of the time your first thing is barbarically Yorping. So I would pretty happily lock that in. Deviant Tastes is not allowed to visit the brothel for reasons best left to discretion. All right. Paranomania, obsessed with the paranormal. Doesn't trigger that often, but can be annoying. Ruins Explorer. I mean, I would take Dudley to the Ruins, so sure. Got a Blight, got stuns. Yeah, good target.
A fresh irritant, the sum. A sanguine memory to me.
So Vavasor has engaged in flagellation and is no longer rapturous and lost 90 stress. Totally fine. VV affected. Oh, Berserk Charm! You son of a! Now, Berserk Charm is actually really good, so the fact that I don't have the money for it is actually quite sad. +3 speed, +15% damage, and then the negatives are -10% virtue chance, -5 accuracy, and +15% stress. But that -5 accuracy, you might remember, could easily be negated by something like a focus ring. So you get speed, you get accurate with both of these paired. You get speed, you get accuracy, you get crit, you get damage, you lose dodge, you lose stress resistance effectively, and you lose virtue chance. That is a good trade most of the time. And there's the Blight Stone for 15% extra Blight skill chance. There's better Blight trinkets later in the game, so I don't really want to purchase that one. Let's have a quick look at the stage wagon. Light sensitive and mercurial only for Warren's Explorer is a wee bit rough. Eldritch Slayer, Demonomania. Do we have any Musketeer trinkets at the moment? We don't. Okay, so I can't test. I'm pretty happy to drop one of my current Musketeers in order to take Gumball. Gurney's not even that good. You do have Unerring, which is nice. It's just +10% damage on you. Russell has Natural Eye. Gumball has Stress. Eldritch Slayer. Eldritch Slayer's real good though. Alright. Torn Rotator for a -5% damage on melee skills. You're a Scrounger with Blutomania. Yeah, we don't want to take that Shield Breaker. I do want to use a Shield Breaker soon, but it's difficult. You're Ashen. -10 to Blight and Bleed Resist, and you've got Slow Draw. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be taking you. Okay, there's an argument for taking none of them here, pretty easily, in fact. We've got 10k. This is a Candle of Life. The Antiquarian gets you +50% to her healing skills. If her healing skills were any good, this would be amazing. As well as +15 max HP. Another Worry Stone I could pick up there. Another Padlock of Transference. You can't give two of the same trinket to a character, so that's not really going to be helpful. Dark Tambourine, +12% to death blow resist and lowers the stress taken if your torch is low and increases your virtue chance if your torch is low for a Jester. It's actually not bad. And I mean, in a lot of low light parties, you want to take a Jester due to their stress healing, so they can prevent other people from stressing the hell out. Courtyard, Shameful Locket for +10 accuracy and +6% crit, +15% stress. So that's kind of, in a wee bit of a way, like a focus ring, right? Just stress is the downside rather than dodge. And it has the possibility of getting a set pairing, which will give it +45% virtue chance. I think we might actually end up going on our first Farmstead mission here, because the agility talent is the only thing here I can look at that I actually want, that I think I'm prepared to take. Ooh, Dark Crown. I would really like a Dark Crown if I could get it. But we can't, so I can't. We don't have members that would actually be able to take out that mission. Throw everyone back. I think we'll actually go to the Farmstead to end out this episode. So, unequip all trinkets, sort by rarity, sort by level, my whole people again. If I can avoid it, I would like to not use higher level characters. One of them is going to have to be a higher level healer, probably, though. Guilty Conscience. Warren's Phobe. I could see myself getting rid of Evelyn. I mean, I've already got Monville. I've already got Ganon. Also, Monville, I'm just going to do this right now so that I don't forget to do it later. There we go. Good lord. I would like to run both Monville and Dudley into stress recovery activities here because I'll probably be coming back to them. So you've an unquiet mind and you can't meditate. So can I get you to pray? It's pretty good. And Dudley, you've Paranomania. Fast healer runs into one. So I should just probably get you to gamble. Let us tempt fortune, shall we? Alright. Who has self buffs that last a whole round long? Buff self. Does this last for the combat? Let's have a look. Let's compare it to a different ability and how the different ability is written. So this lasts for the whole combat. I mean, it should, I guess. Because it doesn't have a difference to how this is written. This just says self, plus 12% damage, plus 6% accuracy, plus 5% crit. So I should probably be able to take Qs out here and then just have them buff self. I'm interested because the Farmstead is effectively one long fight. I'm interested in taking characters that have the ability to give themselves a buff that lasts for the whole combat because the combat is extraordinarily long. Oh, you can actually remove stress with a musketeer now? That's new. I don't know if it's good enough to take them, but it's new. Random target ranged. Oh, okay, so that's the quick draw. Buckshot, it's bowler, I guess. Call a shot, smoke screen. None of those are huge. I guess I could take a musketeer. There are occasional enemies in this area that stealth. I don't know if I've ever been marked or stunned in this area, though. That said, I am very new to that area, so I frankly can't tell you for certainty anything, really. I found that Riposte was really good, so I actually kind of want to take Selly. Let's have a look at who we would be taking. So Selly, I'd be taking you in the front line. You would have Pistol, you would have Duelist. You would probably have Wicked Slice, and then you would also have Tracking Shot. So Tracking Shot for the self buff, obviously. Sure, let's get Selly in there. Let's give you the Tracking Shot and the Wicked Slice. Okay, you'll take Wicked Slice, you'll take Point Blank, you'll take Tracking, and you'll take Duelists. Beautiful. On top of that, you will be picking up the Stalwart Buckle, and you could take the Focus Ring. Your accuracy is already quite high, except for on Wicked Slice, but Wicked Slice is actually really important to hit. We have Slugger for plus 10% damage on melee skills, so it's really important that we hit our Ripostes, and it's really important we hit Wicked Slices. So I could see an argument for the Focus Ring going on that character in particular. I'll put it there for the moment. I could also just give them the Warrior's Cap instead. There's an argument. Ooh, actually, that's probably a little more appealing to me, especially considering I am also probably going to take a Hellion. So this Hellion, if it bleeds, is pretty good. Barbaric Yelp is pretty good. Because the Hellion is not going to guarantee itself to be in the front line, I'm probably not going to take Iron Swan. So this is actually probably the layout I would be taking on the Hellion. So, Hellion, you would be wearing the Focus Ring in this situation. And let's give you the Bleed Charm as well. Evelyn, because we need a healer. You do need to change your skills. You've got to get Divine Comfort and Judgment up. Okay, so one thing I've got to clarify. So, trinkets that work in highlight work in the Crimson Court area, that is to say the courtyard, despite the fact that there's no torch mechanic going on there. So I need to check if the Farmstead counts as in highlight Farmstead. Darkest Dungeon. Some of these mechanics aren't explained, so it's fair to look them up, in my opinion. Alright. Behaviors or anything that will tell me. I'm trying to skip over anything that could be considered a spoiler here, but it's difficult. Alright. Never mind. That's going to pause itself so I can't see. I hate doing things like this in the middle of the episode. So I try to do it extraordinarily rarely, but I've done it twice in this episode. Oof. All right, strategy, provisions, general strategy. Is it at least going to tell me what happens with the light? The torch does not fade over time. Instead, it has a multitude of different variants seen nowhere else. So it doesn't tell you. Oh. So, I don't know if highlight works in this area. I don't know if low light works in this area. It has to tell me, right? Please, video game. General strategy. I'm super trying not to read this. Yeah, it doesn't appear to want to tell me anything at all about the light mechanic in this area. Oh well. So I'll probably try not take the camouflage cloak then. If anyone happens to know whether or not the farmyard is farmyard. It is called farmyard, isn't it? Farmstead. Sorry, if anyone knows if the farmstead is treated as highlight or low light, please leave me a little bit of a comment about that in the description down below. I don't like... There's some channels that kind of like straight up beg for comments because more interaction, you know, bumps your score and means more people will see your channel, and it's frankly a little scummy in my opinion. But I do need to know this thing, and the easiest way to contact me is the comments. If you'd prefer, you can contact me on Twitter, which I guess is just a different cross-promotional plug. I'm sorry, I try not to... Self-promotion makes me super anxious. All right. And the perception that I'm self-promoting actually makes me even more anxious. Like, for the longest time, when people would ask what I would do, like, as a job or as, you know, a hobby in my spare time, I would just be like, I play games. Like, I just wouldn't mention it because I don't want to answer the question, oh, what's your channel? Oh, cool, I'll check it out. Like, because I would feel like an absolute jerk if the person felt obliged to do that. All right. It's an aside that you didn't need to know, but hey, now you do. All right, we've got Evelyn. Did I stack your skills correct? Good. And then the final person is probably one of these, frankly. It's also probably you, Galney. Yeah, it's definitely you. So the sidearm is fine because the lower accuracy and lower dodge of it, the lower accuracy and lower damage of it, rather, is going to be a little bit balanced against the fact that it's going to give us plus speed for further attacks, and we've also got plus 10% to our damage on range. We do have a mark, but we don't have that many people that utilize marks, so I could trade that skill out for pretty much anything else quite happily. I'll probably trade it out, in fact, for buckshot. And I will keep skeet shot so that I can try and de-stealth the scarecrows, I believe that I've seen. Actually thinking about maybe removing this focus ring. No, but Wicked Hack and If It Bleeds don't actually have good accuracy. So I just have to deal with the fact that sometimes sidearm is going to miss and just, I guess, not abuse sidearm if I can avoid it. Kenny, you will take buckshot here, which we will lock in. All right. I mean, this episode is already 40 minutes long, but I'm very wary of the fact that I've only done a short mission in this episode. Yeah. I think we're set. Your voice just broke. Mine didn't. Shut up. Yeah, I think we're quite set. Cool. Let's go to the farmstead. Now, provisioning here, you don't need food, right? Oh, it doesn't even offer food. I'm going to take 2 anti-venom and 2 bandage. I'll take a key just in case. I'll take a holy water just in case. And I'll take a laudanum. Actually, I'll take 2 laudanum. And I'll take a shovel just in case. Again, I've forgotten about this area. I'm not going to check what I should be provisioning for this area. That probably, to me, would feel like a bit much. Actually, you'll take the Archer's Ring for accuracy. There we go. And you'll take the Warrior Stone. All right. Embark.
Blight had struck the harvest again that year, and the miller was desperate. He came to me, hat clutched tightly in filthy fingers, stinking of sweat and manure. Seated comfortably in my observatory, surrounded by telescopes and other delicate apparatus, I recognized his misfortune as an opportunity, and I agreed to lend him my expertise.
Farmstead. Okay. Celestial Cornerstone, the central fixture in a carefully constructed barrier around the farmstead. I don't know if I can interact with this in any way. -10. Okay, cool. That is to say, I don't know if there's any sort of thing that I can use. Okay, that scarecrow is stealthed. Probably going to open with a Yorp here. Hey, we stunned the scarecrow while it's in stealth as well. Ceaseless labor. Misses. Beautiful. Well, you know what? I have to use my tracking shot eventually. So despite the fact that I can't target the front line, it's fine to use it here. Other heroes clear stun, clears mark, lowers stress by 20% chance. I mean, this would only de-stealth the scarecrow. How important is it to do that right now? Like, I could instead deal some damage and swap their positioning. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. And I'll try and roll a stun against the final target, who's not yet acted this turn. By swapping their positioning, I've given myself a target to actually point blank shot next round. Boom!
Annihilated.
Get him. Love it. So these targets can't be bled, is what I've just realized. Good kill. Good kill.
Maintain the offensive.
A lot of the damage from the Hellion comes from, specifically against the third line, comes from their ability to bleed. With the if it bleeds, but we don't want to do that. These guys can be bled. Okay. Ah, Seeds of Madness, of course. We do need to kill the corpses. Got it.
Executed with
and healed up a little bit. And got riposte active. Oh! Oh, come on. That target's already dead anyway, but still. Now, I can't even target the front line right now, so I'm going to blind fire with... It's called sidearm. It's blind fire on the other character. And this is mainly just so I can get the speed buff. It's only for a certain amount of rounds. That's super lame. I'm going to have you Adrenaline Rush to cure yourself. See how many rounds this is for. Yeah, it's only for 4 rounds. I can't tell. You can't tell from the buff screen whether or not something's going to be for a long time or a short time, unfortunately. That's really frustrating. Let's clear that stealth so we can remove the scarecrow, rather. I only have one way to even hit it here, so gonna have to roll it. Ouch. I'm gonna roll the chance to stun there because I really want to try and stop that scarecrow from attacking. We gave you the +5 accuracy on melee skills as well.
This is how a life is taken.
We gave you that for a reason, Selly. Ugh. Haunting Revelations. That's a stun, isn't it? No, it's horror. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna buckshot kill as well as a little bit of damage on this crystalline aberration. Probably time for you to remove that. Also have you advance and kill that so that you can heal. Miss? At least we killed them back then.
The enemy crumbles.
Both those corpses clear. And wow, tiny thing spawned for this for a second there. It was interesting. All right. I should just target pretty much anyone. Kill one down. Kills are better than stuns. Stuns are better than damage. Damage, again, this is a little malleable. Damage is better usually than healing, stress, or HP. And then healing, stress, or HP is usually better than buffing or debuffing. Not all of those hold in all situations. Do not take that as gospel. It is really important to realize that that is super malleable depending on the situation. Stop missing! Selly, what are you doing?
Obliterated.
Hey! I'm gonna do the buckshot just to try and get some damage on the crystalline aberration. It also moves it into a position where pretty much anyone can hit it.
Quickens.
Nice miss. Frankly, I'm gonna do that kill just for a large amount of self-heal on Evelyn there. And Moira. Beautiful. So we've had 9 current kills. Let's respawn. Could be a lot worse. Alright, I'm actually gonna Yorp at the front too. Usually I wouldn't do that there. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna bowler just for the kill on the one that I didn't stun. The Musketeer really needs to take damage so that my healing is better.
Impressive.
Nice. Nice crit response. Oh, God. Nice crit response.
Strike.
Stop targeting him, though. I've just been healing him, basically, this entire time. I do need to kill one of these before they attack me back. Good lord, nice crit. Selly is really close to earning their name in this combat. Okay. Gotta try and set the crystalline aberration to be killed. We've seen what happens when you don't kill them. At least we've seen what happens when you don't kill them in a timely enough fashion. I'm actually just going to straight up remove you rather than shooting. Because that would have just been a ridiculous amount of overkill and moved myself backwards in a way that I didn't need to. Again, let's clear that so that we can start attacking the Scarecrow. Ouch. That's a death's door. Next blow could be fatal.
Of emptiness reveal themselves.
Okay. You can't be bled, but I do need to just... Ugh! Another focus ring! Focus ring! This is really bad. It's too important that I damage the Scarecrow. There goes my repost as well. Flail the crops. That's some stress. Some stress? No, it's some blind. Cool. So See, someone attack the obelisk! I mean, marksman. I want to purge her. But she's also the only person who can kill this aberration right now.
No one falls.
Damn. It's definitely a risk taken there to use the sidearm, but a risk I feel was probably worth it. Ugh. Well, at least she resisted that one. She's gonna be put on death's door like the turn after though. So I've got to directly heal her. Good thing I did. Oh, thank you. God, I really wanted that to kill. I'm gonna yelp at him. Buy myself a turn. I'm gonna move backwards just to get myself in a position where I can use my riposte. Buckshot here is a really good idea. Kills that frontliner before it can act. There's the riposte active, as well as a 2 heal on myself. That's not good. We're on death's door again. Bunch of stress we don't need. Thankfully, he's not yet refusing heals, which is nice.
Well struck.
Nice creative response, but the fact that you just keep taking so much damage makes this a wee bit difficult. Oh God, don't. You did. Every road ends. I'm actually going to use holy water on you right now just to lower the chance that you can get affected by a blight or a bleed or anything like that. Raring strike. Oh God. So now, because we've got 2 members of our party that are on death's door, I'm going to have to AoE heal. God, she's stunned as well. We did not enough damage to kill that backliner, unfortunately. There's the party heal. It only gets them off death's door right now as well.
And now the true test.
She would be using adrenaline rush right now if I could, but I can't, so I won't. Oh, God. Well, at least they're not targeting frontliners. Please be virtuous. I mean, you have a worry stone. Come on. Damn it. She's abusive.
Wherefore?
That's really bad because I need her. Oh, no. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. That farmhand that just did that should be dead. They should already be dead. Party heal.
Death denied. For now.
Okay, 1 kill. Shuffles to get that horse back to the front, which is helpful. Damn it. Now she's on death's door and she's about to take an action. It's possible she just dies right now. She has bleed resist as well. She has the bleed resist. Okay, there's the death's door. Get you off of death's door. I'm frankly terrified of that crystal aberration back line. I don't see how I'm going to kill it.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Selfish. Evelyn has literally nothing they can do from that position. There goes Hughes. If I retreat from this battle, I'm going to lose my ring. My focused ring. Thank you. Frankly, the biggest thing that we've faced as a problem here is the fact that no one attacked the Arbalist ever.
Masterfully executed.
What? What is
No place
this?
for the weak or the foolhardy.
We're dead. We're just dead. The whole campaign might have just died. That's 2 losses. That's also a ridiculous amount of money we just lost. We also lost 4 trinkets. One of them very rare, one of them uncommon, 2 of them common. I shouldn't have done this. I'm pretty sure we only need to get to 20 kills, but I can't kill both of those back. We're dead. Escape empty-handed.
We fall so that we may learn to pick ourselves up once again.
That was really bad.
The poor caretaker. I fear his long-standing duties here have affected him.
3 deaths out of 16. Wait, it says you died on week 1. You both definitely did not die on week 1. It is definitely not week 1. It is week 10. So I'm 10% in my week, in my amount of time that I have to take. And 3 out of 16 is basically like 20% of our deaths total. That's really rough. Well, we've freed up some slots for some new people. They're the same. They're the same. These are the same people. I still don't want them. Well, for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been... Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.